Hi everyone, greetings. I'm Navin here. I teach in the category of bank exams, especially English language. As you can see in the present slide, my experience has been 12 plus years and qualified several examinations based on having an edge over English language. Yes, and I want to share the same experience with you people as well. Come on board, let's get started. See, the content which I teach is directly from the newspaper. That is a comprehensive news analysis from the Mint and Financial Express. Yes, the journey from sentence completion to the reading comprehension. Now, can you all imagine why it is so important? Whenever we get a paragraph from in the terms of RC close test, they all have got some certain subjects. And I'm going to cover those subjects which will be there in terms of close test, in terms of RC, in terms of a parajumble. So all such topics will have some areas of subjects, like they will be covering the topics of agriculture, they will be covering the topic of economics, they will be covering the topics of bank and finance. So these all contextual topics will cover the contextual words also. So let that be a close test, let that be a fillers. You will gain an advantage over that. Having read that particular newspaper, you will completely understand which particular word is applicable in that particular sentence. So we'll brief you about the same, how we are going to start the particular topic which will be there in the examinations in front of you. The different topics that is broadly covered in English language is parajumble, fillers, starter connectors, odd one out, and logical coherent passage and inferences. These all topics out of 40, what they can cover, if you can imagine, almost what I have seen, out of 40, there would be a questions directly from reading skills, and those topics would be around 10 to 15 and 20. So what I have seen from the previous year's question paper, that almost out of 40, 20 numbers of questions were directly from the reading skills. Apart from those, we had the topic of some fillers also, some vocabularies part also. So these all topics will be covered in the present course, in the upcoming NABARD grade A batch course. Now, the concept which I teach is known as proactive skills. What we need to do, we need to connect or relate the sequence of sentence by the use of logical words. So those logical words are in front of you. I can say there are certain conjunctions or there are certain connectors which will combine the sequence of sentences with each other, thereby creating certain structures. So you can see the contextual words are addition words, time on order and sequence words, space and place words, example words, results words. Similarly, there would be the words which will be qualifying the purpose in the sentences, comparison in the sentences, contrast in the sentences, alternative or dispute in the sentences. These logical words will finally create structures in the sentences. And it is by these structures you will be easily able to decode what could be the possible meaning of that word, what could be the next filler out of that word. So these all concepts will be applied in the given questions. Now, as I can see, just remember this brief idea. What we gonna do, what we gonna to show you by this slide is that even you read RC, even you read parajumble, even you read like close test or any other topic based on reading skills, always remember several sequence of sentences will be connected by these idea organization patterns. So this is how I'll brief you about in my given questions, which I have taken from the memory based in the upcoming examinations. So the topic of inference is also there in the RC of NABARD grade A, and tone is equally applied in several other questions of NABARD question paper English language. Now, I'll present you some brief example how to connect the sequence of sentence with each other. As you can see, there are certain structures involved in the sequence of sentences. As you can see, the first particular structure is called as cause and effect. Now, there are certain words which will be applied for identifying that cause and effect. That particular cause and effect can be identified by the use of these logical words. You can see here, the because is here, as a result is there, thus is there, hence is there, therefore, consequently, etc. will lead to cause, structure, and leading to effect part. So these structures will play a vital role when we are finding certain words in the vocabulary. As you can see in the given example, what the particular sentence says, because of Jim Carrey's repetition as a comic actor. So can you identify this word here? The word is because here. So because is having the nature of cause and effect. As a comic actor suited best for playing hilarious roles, the director was considering him for the more serious role of Solomon More. Now, as you can see, there is a filler in this particular sentence. So what we need to understand, what is the main idea, what the sentence is trying to say. So what we have seen, the Jim has the character of hilarious or comic role. Now, if the director is going to distribute that role to him, certainly he will not distribute that role, or he will not award that role to particular that Jim. Now, why? Because we have got logical words, because which says he is an actor of comic role. So on that on that particular logic, we can easily decode which one of the options will be in the negative context, because the director will not be awarding that role to that actor. So in this particular options, the right option would be discouraged from. So, because of Jim Carrey's reputation as a comic actor suited best for playing hilarious roles, the director was discouraged from considering him. The other logic may say, after from, we take the gerundial parts. So, some sort of grammars are also involved in the sequence of sentences. Similarly, we have the logic of reiteration or restatement. It says the next part will be re-emphasized or reiterated in the next sequence of sentence. So, the words which will describe are in fact, in other words, surely, to be sure, namely, etc. These will exaggerate the next sequence of sentence from the previous one. As you can see in the present example, he was the most dash person he had ever met. Now, the next logical word says here, in fact. Now, this is what the word of reiterative part. It means the particular word will be re-emphasizing the previous context of the sentence. So, what we have got here, in the next part, we have got the magnanimity. The right word is magnanimous, which has come from where the magnanimity word has come. So we can easily decode this particular sense. This particular sense, magnanimity means something like of charitable nature. So the context can be easily decoded by the logic of in fact. So any word at this place would be some sort of generous or charitable. The right word would be option A. So guys, these all structures will be learning in my upcoming classes, that is in the complete course for NABARD grade A. So almost these structures will be explained to you there. I'm just leaving you apart with some sort of questions here. As you can see, this particular question has the origin of NABARD. Yes, I'm telling you the origin of NABARD. It was there in 2019 grade A. The particular question says there are certain blanks left in the particular question paper. You need to identify the most suitable words to complete that paragraph. Now, as you can see, the topic is microfinance. The topic is microfinance. So what the topic says, generally, what did I say? I'm covering certain topics from Mint and Financial Express, the different subjects, covering agriculture, covering finance, covering economy, covering bank. So these topics will have the high relevance in terms of RC, in terms of close test, in terms of parajumble, in terms of common error as well. So guys, I'm going to discuss these all things in the upcoming classes. So a brief idea about how to approach these types of questions. Just read the entire sentence, what the paragraph is trying to say. As you can see, the microfinance market in India is expected to grow rapidly, supported by Government of India. Now, to achieve greater financial inclusion, we have got certain blank before that. So what we can see in the first option, what we can visualize in the first option. In the first option, if you can read, the topic is microfinance, right? Now, in India is expected to grow. Something in upcoming year is expected to grow. Now, it is supported by Government of India. Then it must be some sort of initiative. Got it? You got this? It must be some sort of initiative, as the schemes are being launched by the Government of India. So in this case, the right and the most applicable word will be initiative. So what we will say, the microfinance market in India is expected to grow rapidly, supported by Government of India's initiative to achieve greater financial inclusion and growth in the country's retail sector. Microfinance institutions have now just you can see, as you can see, microfinance institutions broadly cover those areas where banking services has not been fully utilized. So in this case, there must be having a wide reach. So the wide reach context will take the context of option C. Why? Because it has got the grassroots, means it is penetrating those areas where the banking services has not been there. Now we can see in the second option, we have chosen the word grassroots. So what the sentence says, microfinance institutions have a grassroots level reach and understanding of the needs of the poor. By default, if it is related with the finance, then it must provide the economic, right? So the right word is D option, economic. So it understanding of the economic needs of the poor. So the right word would be option D. Growing retail market in India provides opportunities for microfinance institutions to act as, now the options are intermediaries, link, retailers, managers, dealers. So the right option would be, it is providing the link between the people. So link is not the suitable word, but there is some sort of mediation in between. So the right word in this particular option would be intermediaries, right? So the contextual word here, it would be the growing retail market in India provides opportunities. So they are just having interlink. So that interlink is taking the context of intermediaries. The last option says the banking sector will also help microfinance sector grow. Banks are microfinance sector grow, banks are expected to use microfinance institutions to meet their financial services and other structured products. Why structured products? So the last option, why structured products? Because microfinance institutions provide different schemes according to the different needs. So that different needs is taking the context of structured. So guys, this is all contextual. Apart from general English, it is having the contextual part. So guys, these all topics and these all pattern of reading skills will be covered in my upcoming classes. So that's all for this particular close test. See you all there in the classes. So a lot more for you is waiting to change your approach of reading and understanding and the daily news analysis in the covered topic of NABARD Grade A. So that's all for today. Thank you. See you all there in the classes. Bye-bye.